Hi, this is Dr. Julie Gilbert. I am joined with Rachel Matthews. Hi, Rachel.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to our weekly chat. Rachel, I'm still in recovery. I know it's Thursday. I'm in recovery. We had a beautiful time starting last Thursday. And I know you had a big change up, but starting last Thursday, we had lots of family and it was a beautiful time. We ate gorgeous food that everybody pitched in and helped make. It was all whole and real and great. Yeah, I've been in the bed at 8:30 every night.
You're listening to your body and giving it what it needs.
Yes. And you just finished your fast.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're kind of in recovery.
I am. I just finished my 5-day fast last Saturday. So I finished it Sunday morning. Today's Thursday. And I've been in recovery, just really mindfully thinking about everything I put in my body is building right now. My body is in the rebuilding stage. It's trying to restore what I fasted last week. And so I'm trying to really be mindful of that and eat really strong. And and I'm feeding my body. And
I think about after a fast, your body's like, okay, all right, your body is primed. Like, we need marching orders. What do you want us to do? What do you want us to do? Okay. Yeah. And so
go ahead.
Well, so that food that you put in, since your body is just primed and ready and standing at attention for the orders, that food is the information that tells your body, okay, you want to build muscle, or you're going to go over here and do that. So, and that's probably the most important time to put that whole real food in. Yeah.
Yes. When you shared that with me, it was like, it clicked and it made so much sense and it was really empowering. And I know for so many people who fast, whether it's you just didn't eat breakfast or you fasted for a day or longer, the cravings, you start to dream about the foods that you'll one day eat, and you think about, and normally it's the junk foods. That's the worst thing to break your fast with. It's the worst.
Yeah.
If you're going to have that, just don't have it right away. Wait. See how long you can wait. That's basically what I'm looking for people is how long can you hold off and not put any of that in your body, because your body is primed to rebuild. And that was really empowering. I thought, gosh, every bite builds or destroys. Every bite is going to heal or harm. And what do I really want to do right now? I did all this work, right? I did all of this hard work. Why don't throw it away?
Right. Exactly. Very good. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. So in our recovery, in our rebuilding, we are moving on in our book, Eat, Move, Sleep. And he's got some good points in chapter 9 here, Rachel.
Yeah.
Tell us about the first one.
Okay. Chapter 9, part 1 is he says the first order anchors the table. So he's referring to eating out.
Okay.
The table, the dining table. And specifically when you're eating out at a restaurant, right? The first order, and I think it's interesting. Why do you think he uses the word anchor? Anchors.
Well, it sets the tone, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to move from that. Yeah. So when you think of an anchor in a boat, you don't want the boat to move. You don't want to rock the boat.
That's so true. Ooh, we're really building on this analogy here.
Yes. Yeah.
I like it. I love this.
Yeah. So you were telling me earlier, you talk to your clients about this kind of thing all the time.
Yes. Eating out is one of the most challenging lifestyle habits and behaviors to change and to navigate when you're trying to go from here's how I used to eat and here's how I'm going to now eat, my new lifestyle. But they're still eating out. They're socializing with old friends and family and all the old ways. And none of those people are necessarily going to be doing what you're doing or care what you're doing.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah. And so we have to kind of manage this, and it's very challenging. And we are tempted by the smells, the sights, the sounds, the habits that we used to go out every Friday and eat 12 baskets of French fries. Ooh, now what am I going to do? And so one of the great ideas that I think is just so empowering is not only thinking ahead and trying to plan your meal ahead of time. So
Mhm.
look up the website of the restaurant,
Right.
Google it. Okay.
Yeah.
Almost everyone has their menus online now.
Right.
Search to find, what can I eat? What do I want to eat? What am I going to avoid? And plan ahead, especially when you're feeling strong and you're not hungry or hangry and you're not in the moment. That in the moment decision is so hard to make the right one.
Impetuous, yeah. Mhm.
Use ahead. And then if at all possible, either place your order as you're walking to the table. Hey, server, this is what I'm going to have. Don't ask me again. Don't ask me again. Take this order right now and don't let me change my mind. Or when you sit down, just be like, I'm ready. I'll go first, and that way you're not tempted by what other people say.
Right.
You know that feeling when you're all looking at each other like, are you ordering good? I don't know. Are you, are you going to get healthy?
Right. Right.
What are you going to get? Right.
Yeah.
And it anchors it. So it sets the table.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so true. It's so true. We kind of fall prey to the peer pressure.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so it's such a good habit to get into, like you said, to decide.
Mm-hmm.
So you can look at the menu before you get to the restaurant. That's I'm going on Friday. So, and somebody else chose the restaurant I don't even know, but I can look online and make a decision. I'm always, when I look, if I don't have the menu in front of me, I'm thinking protein and produce, protein and produce, protein and produce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, yeah, but it is so hard not to let other people's decisions impact yours.
Mm-hmm.
So, sometimes, you have to, there are some food pushers out there.
Yeah.
If you do order first, then they say, oh, come on, you're going to eat like a bird? Come on, live a little, So it's also a good idea to have some, respectful responses to those kind of food pushers. That sort of thing. Yeah.
A great way to navigate that, like you said, is to have a script. So to know ahead of time what you're going to say and what could be a way. One of the things I do is before I let anybody say anything about what I am or am not going to eat, I will say something like, oh my gosh, I looked at the menu ahead of time. I cannot wait to try this blank.
XYZ. Oh,
XYZ.
yeah.
Right. So then the person knows I've already decided. I looked at it ahead of time and I want this.
Right.
I'm excited for this.
Yes.
It sounds so good. They've got this delicious cabbage slaw, whatever. Right.
Yeah.
Come up with this language around it. And then when people hear your excitement, your happiness, and your thinking, and they're less likely to criticize or to try to you.
Very good. Those are awesome points. When you're looking forward to it, when you're not ordering out of deprivation, when you're ordering out of, oh, I want to try this on the menu, healthy choice, then that might, instead of inviting criticism, that might steer that person's curiosity and their direction into ordering something that might be healthier.
Absolutely. And they may say a few little comments or here and there, but at the end of the day, people want an excuse. They want permission to eat something healthy. They really do at the core. And so be that person, be that agent for change.
Yeah. Be the leader of that group. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Excellent points. All right. Next point. He talks about moving with both sides. Yeah. And the first time I really noticed this is when I started doing the body composition machine that I have in our clinic. And I was like, oh man, I have more muscle in my right leg than I do in my left leg. I wonder why that is. And it turns out that when I go up the steps or when I start any exercise thing, I always lead with my right leg. And so I'm going to have more, I use it more. I probably put more weight on it. And so I'm going to have more muscle there. Now that doesn't pose a huge problem if it's not a big difference, but if it's more than a half a pound, then it kind of may throw out my posture. It might throw out my walking cadence. it might throw off my balance a little bit. So his point is to be aware and use both sides of your body.
Yes. Be an equal opportunity
Yeah.
employer of your parts.
Right.
To speak to that point, the balance thing, so if you are thrown off balance, but you're going to have to use that left leg to catch yourself, but the right leg is more, dominant, you may not have what it takes to catch yourself on that side.
Yeah.
The other thing that's really a way to motivate yourself towards this is it actually really helps cognition and helps prevent some of the dementia and cognitive. Yeah, because if like eating with your left hand. Okay, so here's a great one. Okay, I always eat with my right hand. If I eat with my left hand, it'll be harder to do and it'll slow me down. Right. I'm going to use the muscles of my left side. And I have to think really hard, and that develops brain. It helps strengthen my brain rather than my brain kind of shriveling as I get older.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Your different moves of your body creates different grooves in your brain.
I like it.
I like it. Hey, I'm going to use that strategy coming up. Eat with my left hand. I'm going to use that strategy because I'm still having trouble eating slowly. So I'm going to use that strategy. That's a great idea. And I knew this parent. I thought this was brilliant. All my kids are grown, so I can't do it anymore. But maybe with my grandkids, I mean, he didn't really look for the dominant handedness in his children. He had them use both of their hands, to catch with both of their hands, like a ball or using a glove. So he developed ambidexterity, if that's a word, both sides. And I thought, how brilliant is that?
Yeah.
Because we've got two, we don't have to just lean on the one. We can use both.
That's right.
So great point. Okay.
And other ways to think about it for you, if you're carrying any kind of a bag or purse, put it on the other shoulder. If you're always talking on the phone this side, put it on the other side. If you carry your groceries on one side, carry them on the other side. So just think about different ways throughout the day that you can think about what you're doing right now and go, okay, wait, what if I did the other side? And just practice.
Yeah. The other piece of that is that it just brings you to the moment, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Because you have to be intentional about it. It's not an automatic thing.
Yeah. You got to be plugged into the moment, live in the moment. Man, that's so beautiful.
Yeah. All right. What was this last point, Rachel?
Now I'm going to warn you, my computer just said low power. So if my computer shuts off, you'll have to finish without me.
Okay.
I don't have my power cord with me.
Okay.
All right. One, he says, fight the light at night. So any artificial lights are going to be way brighter than what we want in the evening, when we really want melatonin to be taking over and ushering us into that sleepy kind of nighttime. Any artificial light you use is going to be too bright for what the natural lighting should be. So what are some ideas? What are some things that you do with that evening?
Right. Well, I improved this greatly when we were going through Sleep Smarter by Sean Stevenson. Yeah, we created a sleep sanctuary. Yeah. And so we got the shades that block out the light from coming outside. And then we tried changing to a red light in the room instead of that didn't work. So anyway, we're back to the other, but we don't necessarily turn it on. And then we've made some rules, and I'm probably 80% there. I'm not 100%. That's okay. Maybe I'm 70%, where I have a cutoff for screen time, like 2 hours before bed. So that was hard to do because I went to bed at 8:30 last night. So, I mean, I was still working at 8, so that wasn't a cutoff. But I don't know. I mean, because there was still natural light from the outside. So anyway, but I'm trying to cut off screens 2 hours before bed.
Yeah.
Because that blue light from the screen just decreases melatonin in my body. And that, I might still be able to go to sleep, but staying asleep is really how that affects that.
Oh, good point. Say that again.
Yeah. So people can go to sleep maybe, but staying asleep.
Okay.
And you want that melatonin production to help with that sleep quality. Yeah.
So when people are saying, oh, I can look at my phone right until I fall asleep and I fall asleep fine, that's not the point. The point is that the melatonin is not there to help you stay asleep. So really the blue light's impacting your ability to have good quality duration of sleep.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
Not just falling asleep. That's really a trap I hear so often is, but I can fall asleep fine, but I can drink coffee until 10 o'clock at night.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they're not aware of the disruption. They're not really connecting the dots. And even if you think you're sleeping through the night, you're not waking up and like aware that you're awake. Oftentimes, if you were to do a sleep study or to even use some of those apps on your phone, there would be a lot of disruption, a lot of movement. There wouldn't be that sound deep sleep.
Yeah, that's true. So many of us spend time in bed, but it's not quality time.
Yeah.
And so all these things to create this sleep sanctuary, stopping caffeine early, keeping the lights dark, the room dark, cool, and then really shutting down the screen, the television, the computer, the phone.
Yeah.
Not falling asleep in front of the TV.
No.
And then going to bed.
Right. Right. And he makes a point, which I love, is it's kind of a guiding mantra. Use bright light to keep you awake and wake you up in the daytime. Use bright lights. In my house, I have all of these light bulbs that are these bright, because it's so dark in Oregon for a lot of the winter that I try to fight and combat some of that seasonal depressive stuff by having bright lights everywhere. Well, I don't want those bright lights at 8 o'clock at night when I'm trying to wind down. So I don't turn those main lights on, or I have dimmer switches on a lot of those lights.
Yeah, dimmer switch is a great idea.
Yeah, especially in the bathroom. Because here's the deal with the bathroom. Most people will put really bright lights in their bathroom so they can see their little, chin hairs that they have to pluck. Right? You want to see what you look like. But, you're going to bed and you turn that bathroom light on to go to the bathroom at night, and it's like a light. So dimmer switch is a great way. Or a lot of people have two different light switches in their bathrooms. There's one that's kind of like the heat lamp or the other light, maybe in the shower or something. Just turn that one on, the darker,
Right. Yeah. Good. Yeah. These are great ideas, Rachel. And, one or two of them, it might resonate with people who are listening. And you don't have to try everything, but one or two things, make a small change and see how that works. And to improve your health. Why not?
Yeah. Trying not everything. You don't have to do it all. Pick a couple that were like, oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us what you are eating for rebuilding. What's your dinner plan?
Yeah. Rebuilding. So one of the things one of the goals is to incorporate more beans in my day-to-day. I want to be eating it. For me, I want to eat 3 servings of beans a day, which means about 3 half-cup servings. Now this can come in the form of hummus or actual beans, or it can come, there's lots of different ways that beans come for me. But I really want to be more mindful, especially earlier in the day. And so I've been trying to incorporate, how can I incorporate beans in breakfast? And it's actually easier than you think. It's just not a normal way we think. So anyway, made a big pot. We're eating leftovers, but last night I made this giant pot of beautiful spaghetti, veggie, strong, and all of this. But I added red kidney beans. And I don't know about you guys, but that's what my mom did growing up. And so I'm carrying on that tradition. It's not as common to put, a kidney in spaghetti.
And interesting that you say that, because there's something called Cincinnati chili in Cincinnati, but they put, so it was you could do vegetarian or with some beef in it, but it was, you could have it 3-way, 4-way, 5-way, and 3-way, you'd add the kidney beans.
Okay.
4-way, you'd add, raw onion.
Ooh, yum on top. Yeah.
On top. So so I have had spaghetti with kidney beans in it. In Cincinnati, we call it Cincinnati chili, but it was spaghetti. So so that's delicious. They use different spices in there. They put a little cinnamon. in
Yeah.
theirs and a little cocoa powder, which gave it
The
a
other
different
secret
flavor.
ingredient to spaghetti is red wine vinegar or
Ooh,
sherry or cooking sherry.
yeah, that's
Real secret
delish.
ingredient.
Yeah, very delish. We're doing salmon again, so we had to make it quick and easy because we are. Oh, there she goes. So we're doing salmon again. My husband has this drilled down to a science. It's beautiful in a pan. He has a dry rub that's beautiful, and then just cooks it maybe 3 minutes aside, just till it's done, and it has the beautiful omega-3s that we love. And I'm just going to put that on a bed of greens and call her good. Simple. Less than 10 minutes. We're not spending tons of time in the kitchen. I mean, we can. We love it. We enjoy that. We do sometimes. We did this weekend. But tonight, we're just going to make it super simple, salmon on greens. And it'll be delish. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Get outside. Enjoy this beautiful weather that we're having in Oregon right now. And stay healthy. Bye-bye.